Alright, welcome to the game analysis of one of the most exciting games of 2025 World Championship, really. This is game 5 from the Maxie versus Incurro group stage in Group D. Winners match, I believe. Yes, no, that was the one. And they are both playing Cyclorogue, which means this list, where the goal of the deck is try to cycle through your deck as quickly as possible using efficient rogue card draw. Get everything must go down along the way, utilizing Crystal Tusk specifically, which allows you to bank the card draw for the future turn since it draws with a death rattle of the weapon. And also, after they've drawn a lot of their deck, they are going to play Incendious, I'll allow it to upgrade the eruptions, and then turn after that, they will draw the eruptions, play Moonstone Mauler, Shadow Step it a bunch, and then deal enormous amount of damage, also utilizing Blood Mage Talnos. And this combo can do up to 60 damage even in a single turn. Also, the mirror plays a little different because the mirror is a lot about everything must goes, which we will see in the in the video. And also, the asteroids are more often utilized clearing the everything must go board rather than rather than for face damage. Although that also could be useful if the opportunity presents itself. Yeah. And also, the short for everything must go is EMG, so I will mention that short a lot. And I think that's everything that you need to know. And go ahead and enjoy the video. We should start here, right? So we have Collector Prep Molar, Cyclorogue Mirror. Okay, I have no idea about Cyclorogue Mirror moles. I think correct Collector is like always a keep because it just saves the mana and it's a 1-drop and pushes some damage, right? And then like Molar and Prep are both arguable to keep. So I actually have no idea about this. Dude, that's why I don't want to analyze Cyclorogue. Yeah, like I could see an argument for keeping both because like Molar is a minion. It's not the best minion to have. It's not weapon, which you really want. And Prep is just like great tempo in this deck specifically, because there are a lot of spells that you want. So like I could see keeping both. Incurro was very confident here, and he just like instantly tossed Prep and the Mauler. Yeah, I mean I think I'm just gonna have to trust Incurro on this one because I haven't played enough Cyclorogue. Yeah, Maxie we're gonna skip, and he instantly plays the 2-1. No decision here really. I guess you could have considered playing the Plati, but the 2-1 is probably just better, as the Plati could die to like coin weapon or even to weapon on 2, which is probably okay, gamer likes to keep prep. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, the later will be easier to analyze. Yeah, we have Maxi playing weapon, and this next turn is going to be interesting. Like, you generally would love to save this Doobie for the EMG, but given that he doesn't have any cards to play here, I think... Oh, well, now there is an Eat. Okay, now this is an interesting point, right? Do you play the Doobie to push extra damage, or do you play the Eat? Like, he is really quick here. Like, he really knows already that he wants to play this Eat. But, like, this is completely not obvious to me. Because, like, both of these cards draw 3 for 2 mana, and one of them kills our minion and the other one doesn't. Right? The benefit of keeping the Doobie around would be so that we can play an O Manager for 0. I think that's the only other combo card in the deck, right? Also, am I covering the mana? I'm covering the mana a little bit, so let me just make my camera a little smaller. There we go. Expended, do we lose the discount? Yeah, but both of these cards draw free for 2 mana. You can maybe Shadow Step the Collector and have more discount. Like, I could see that. Like, you're kind of... I guess you're kind of holding the doobie because you're afraid that your opponent might just EMG you next turn, because they have free mana and the coin, right? So it's actually reasonable to expect that you get EMG'd next turn. They don't have a minion, though. I mean, like, if Maxie plays, like, doobie prep eat, right? Then he has EMG active. Yeah, you are always able to doobie, that is true. Yeah, alright. When we got doobied, we don't have a minion currently, and this hand looks pretty awkward. We did draw the map off the top, so that kind of saves our turn. So I think I would start this turn with the map. Yeah, okay. Incurro agrees. And I want the weapon to set up the EMG on the next turn, right? This EMG looks virtually guaranteed as long as we draw a 1-cost minion at any point is guaranteed. So yeah, picking the second EMG I agree with. Yeah, and we have, what, 5 draws to draw that minion? I guess we need to draw like a playable. The problem is we are probably getting EMG this turn, right? Because our opponent held the weapon. And that's what is about to happen. Yeah, so Maxie is going to EMG us. It's already drawn 7, right? What does this look like? There's a little bit of cards that isn't covered. Okay. There we go. Yeah, they rolled 2 of these 4/7s, which is fun, always. Yeah, they rolled really good minions, and we were facing a really big board, and the only thing that we can do is just send the EMG into it. Not a great spot to be in, for sure, but we do have 28 life, so we are not, like, it's only 20 damage on the board for Maxie, right? So we're not that doomed. And we did get this Mauler, so we can use the Asteroids to try to clean up. Yeah, I thought it was over here. Yeah, you have to take, like, we have to take 4 though. Shot the doobie. Well, we did kill a 4-attack minion of the doobie, and we do have double prep here. So that will help. The AMGs cost 0, so we should just, like, play them. I didn't really consider the order on this turn that well. I maybe should have talked about it. But I mean, this just kind of made sense. Yeah, you hold the Wisp because you will have a Phoenix coming back, I think. Oh no, the Phoenix got shuffled away, but you're still, yeah, we still want to set up for the future Phoenix. We have 12 cards in the deck, so it's pretty likely to have a Phoenix there. Oh, how many asteroids do we have? We haven't hit a single one, right? So we have 9 real cards and 3 asteroids. That's something worth keeping track of if we don't have a tracker. And Maxie also has 3 asteroids. I don't think he's drawn an asteroid this game, right? Now Maxie has 6 asteroids. In what? It's 18, right? Okay, so this turn, we oh, well, we have prep O manager. We can't do it, right? Because we have Purple Manager Incendios, but Maxie has 17. Has a second slice. We know that. So he has 2 bursts. And we haven't seen... Was the O Manager played this turn? I don't remember, actually. Let me go back. Oh, Maxie did play an O Manager this turn. Okay. So in this spot... Can you ever... Before, like, you play the Web Weaver, can you ever prep O Manager Incendios? You can kill a 4/5 and a 2/2. So you're alive at 1. The problem is there are asteroids in the deck. Right? If any asteroid goes face, you die, and there are 6 of them in 18. What are the odds that it hits face? There are 3 minions on the board. And they could trade the Talnos, so they have at least 2 draws. They probably have more draws. Yeah, it's probably too scary because they can draw like 6 cards. Or not 6 cards. They can draw like 5 cards very easily. 6 asteroids in 18. I don't know what that means about like the odds. What is the expected amount of asteroids? It's like 1 2/3 expected amount of asteroids. So you die like 70-ish% of the time here. Yeah, okay, so I think if we prep manager Incendies, we die like 70% of the time, so we probably shouldn't do that. I don't know, I mean... Honestly, this spot looks to me like... I feel like I would maybe take a 30% win from here, honestly. How do you guys feel about it? Let's assume we die 70% of the time if we play Incendious here. Do you go for it? Is this like actually super interesting to me? You know, like, I don't feel like I have 30% looking at this board. Like, I feel like I might have gone for prep O Manager Incendios. How does he draw without losing damage on board? Well, he plays a Talnos and then he plays like an Eat or a Doobie. Yeah, I mean, like, what is the other option? We have 3 asteroids in there, right? We didn't draw an asteroid. No, we didn't draw an asteroid at the start of this turn. We drew Manager, right? So we have 3 asteroids. We have a Mauler. We have 2 steps in the deck, I believe. So we can shoot up to 12 asteroids at the board. Probably more like 8, 9 asteroids. What's that gonna do? Let's say 8 asteroids. That deals 16 to the board randomly. Sort of randomly. And do we have a Doobie? We probably do have a Doobie. Whether we can play it, we probably can't play it if we start Webweaver Mauler. And we have an O Manager. So we should be able to like clear the 2/2s. Probably both of the big guys. So we should be alive at like, and probably a Talnos. Is my expectation. And probably don't kill the Reborns. So we are at like 8. They can't Incendious us. Honestly, that doesn't sound too bad, right? I think being at 8 when they can't Incendious us sounds better than playing this Incendious and being alive 70% of the time. So I actually kind of... Okay, so after thinking this through, I think this spot isn't as bad as it looks for Incurro. And second, I think... yeah. Like, I think we are supposed to do for the smaller, go for the smaller thing as he does. Yeah, so he puts all of the minions low, which is very good here so that they're more likely to die to the asteroids. Yeah. I mean, okay, 8 asteroids may be quite an aggressive estimate, given that we didn't start the turn of the map. I mean, we do find double step. I think we're supposed to bump first, just to make it more likely that these minions die from the asteroids. Yeah, the rope burning is not ideal. The ordering, I think it had to be that way, right? Because right after you play the shadow step, you will pull cards from your deck. This is actually really scary with the rope. But I mean, the best you can do is play the Phoenixes, play the Ill Manager, and hope for the best. Hope that the minions actually do die, as we kind of planned for. I think we were hoping to kill the Mauler as well, but I think we accomplished most of what we wanted this turn. Maxie did burn 3 out of his 6 asteroids. So there are 3 asteroids in the deck that we have to deal with. 2 asteroids, and we're at 8. If he goes face. I mean, I don't know what the out is if Maxi goes face here. For us. Like, we have, right. How many real cards do we have? I don't remember. I think it's 1 real card and like 6 asteroids, if I remember correctly from like watching the broadcast. Why can't we see the bottom hand? Because we're analyzing from Incurro's perspective. Oh, I ran out of snoozes on the odds. I'm sorry. Alright, we are at 10. Yeah, and I think all of our deck was asteroids here. We have... I think the last card is gonna be an asteroid here after we draw all of these. Yeah, so we have the Blood Mage, and our last card is an asteroid. Okay, so here. The available options are Insidious Coin Platy and just Insidious, I think. And we can trade or we can go face with the free tool. Is there anything else? Is there anything that doesn't involve Insidious? I mean, they're at 17. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, if we just Insidious, then we put 10 damage in our deck. We also have an asteroid. All of that damage will get drawn at the start of the turn. Right? But if we Insidious and go face, then the asteroid... yeah, then we leave our opponent at 14. If the asteroid goes face, we have lethal with the weapon. The issue is we are at 9, we're leaving 7 in play. How does that work? And we need to play the weapon, right? So... oh, so this is like a tough spot. So what is in our opponent's deck? I mean, whatever... yeah, because like our opponent, we should probably reasonably assume that they can draw their deck. He doesn't have second slice. He used the second slice. Yeah, like we're at 2. If the asteroid hits face, we're dead. So if we go face, then we are dead to the asteroid. I don't remember if there are 1 or 2 asteroids in the deck. for Maxie? I think it's 2. Let me actually scroll back and see. Okay, so I think Maxie has a weapon. Yeah, okay. So Maxie has a weapon, so we're dead to the weapon. Yeah. Okay, so we're dead to the weapon, 3 cards in deck. I mean, he can almost certainly draw the weapon and kill us with it, right? So I think we have to trade. Maybe? Like, I don't know how we stay alive against this weapon. Yeah, like, if we play Insidious, I think we have to trade. So we don't die to the weapon. Because, like, there is an eat, I think... Yeah, I mean, we need to have Maxie have eat weapon exactly bottom 2, I think. In order to win with this trade. I mean, if we don't... Yeah, and... If Maxie doesn't have Insidious and we play our own Insidious, then we can win. Just need asteroids to miss. No, we are at 2 on board, right? Because the board pushes 7, the weapon pushes 2, and we take 1 fatigue, me smile, because our last card is an asteroid. So if we go face, I think we always lose to the weapon. So we can't go face. So we can play Insidious go face. We can play Insidious coin Platy. Then we take 3 from fatigue. We clear the board. But then I don't know if we ever kill him. Right, we can't really kill him with that line. There's one... I think... Like, I don't know, Method. I don't know if you're always dead over 2. What if you play Cindy trade the Phoenix? Like, and they don't have the Cindy of their own on 7 here. Right? Like, Maxie has 2 real cards in the deck. I guess, do you die to weapon anyway? Do you take 1 fatigue, you're at 9. You're not dead to weapon over 2, because you have your own weapon to prevent fatigue on the second turn, right? Like, if you trade the Phoenix, you play Insidious. Then they go face, they play the weapon. And we can clear the board. Yeah, like, Incurro takes 1 fatigue in that line total, because he can play the weapon after on turn 8, right? And I don't think he's dead, because he's at 1, I believe. I mean, there is an asteroid in Maxie's deck, and if that asteroid hits us in the face, we still die. But I think we're like 50% from there. Like, I don't know if I'm missing something, but I think if we play Cindy, if Maxie doesn't have Cindy, isn't it to 1 stay alive? No, because we have the Cindy on the board that can trade, right? Like, I think Maxie does not have a doobie. We're 50% against no Incendios, which means we're like super low odds. Well, the 2-1 does stay alive through eruptions, but we can trade it with the Cindy. Yeah, I think Incurro was dead every time if he goes face pocket. Because there is a weapon in Maxie's deck and he takes 1 fatigue. So it's exactly 10. So I think he has to trade. So I think the trade is correct. And you just hope that Maxie doesn't have Incendious in hand and the Asteroids the asteroid doesn't hit you in the face. And I think that's the way you're gonna win this game as Incurro. With 0%? I mean, it's, what? 7 cards in hand, 2 in deck. So it's 2 in 7 in, and then a 50-50 on top of that. So it's a 1 in 7. So it's a, what, 14%er? Yeah, like the trade is a 14% to win. Which, I mean, it's not that bad. Yeah, so I think the only other point of debate that I have in this, with this game, I mean, we can see what happens. He does the Incendious, and then he ends up trading and not having, and being one of lethal. Or I think he ends up being free of lethal because the asteroid hits a minion. But yeah, I think the line is correct here for Incurro. Even though it sucks. Yeah, Maxie has the Incendious, so it's just not beatable. Yeah, and from now we really can't win because we don't have lethal ever. Yeah, the asteroid hits a minion on top of that. What's up? Was there a line that I'm not considering at all? Trade Maestra and Weapon. Trade Maestra and Weapon, and then you can spell damage Incendious. That is a line, yes, okay. Yeah, because then you can spell damage Talnos. Yeah, okay. How does that line work? Does this have to be Maestra? Is that the best thing we can play? I guess so. So you push 4 weapon damage. This Maestra, as far as I'm concerned, can't die, right? Yeah, if Maestra connects face, you win. I guess it's like 50-50 to die because Maxie has an asteroid. If Maxie doesn't Incendious, though. If he actually draws for the asteroid. And if he draws for asteroid, he doesn't actually have lethal, right? Oh, Weapon Master. Oh, Weapon Master go face. Yeah, now you don't fatigue. Oh, that's the line, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I did not see that. It took me like how long? I think it took us like what, 5 minutes to figure that one out. Oh my, yeah, okay, so that's the line, right? Weapon Master go face, we push 5. Then we can push another 2 and then spell damage. Wait, is that a tie though? Because the weapon draws 2. How does that work? Does anyone know? Like, I know Maxie dies, but yeah, like if the weapon drew 1, I know that Maxie dies, but the weapon draws 2. Oh, you do still need the asteroid to miss. Can you go wider? No, you can't really. You could go wider. You could, instead of playing Maestra, play a Phoenix and a Web Weaver. I don't know if that's better. doesn't fully resolve. And Maxie doesn't tray you can kill. No, I don't think so, Pocket, because you need to draw a card, right? Like, you don't have any mana to draw a card with. Right? Because if you go... Well, yeah, you can do Platy, but you can't... If you can't Talnos, you can't kill him, right? You need to push 10 with the Incendious. I think. Right? Pushing 5 doesn't... we can't push 12. Or am I missing something? Yeah, I don't think we can push 12. Oh, Maestra and Phoenix on board. I suppose, yeah. Which he has to leave you deck to fatigue, right? I mean, there is an asteroid. If the asteroid kills the Phoenix, then... Or hits our face, we lose, right? Or no, if the asteroid hits the Phoenix, it's a tie, or we win, depending on how the interaction works. Incurro, yes, Incurro has an asteroid. Oh god. What is this? The Maestra, let's say Maestra Phoenix connect, weapon connects for 2. So that's 9, 12, 14. Yeah, that will work. If the Phoenix connects twice. If the Phoenix connects once, then... And the Maestra connects, then that's 9, 11. If Maxie takes a fatigue, then we would win. Which he might need to pull his asteroid. Dude, the fact that this is solvable, that this game state is perfectly solvable, is so annoying. Okay. I don't. Yeah. Okay, but I think we are at the conclusion that it's always Master Weapon. Yeah, we are agreed that the play is just Master and Weapon. I'm not sure if we agree on whether the Phoenix is supposed to trade or go face. I don't like. I'm not sure whether the Phoenix is supposed to trade or go face, so I don't even agree with myself. But yes, the play is Master Weapon. Yeah, I mean, if we get cleared, we have lethal with Phoenix going face. If we trade, then we're 50-50 to get cleared. And then if we get cleared, we don't actually win. Right? I mean, there is an asteroid. It's 50-50 to get drawn before the Talnos, 50-50 after. So then it's like something like a 45 for the asteroid to go face for free. Dude, I can't assign a number to it. Yeah, if you get cleared, Maxie is not dropping Incendious. Right, and you are kind of chilling, right? Wait, are you just like straight up alive? And Maxi can push 5 with his own Incendious if he saves a Platy. So you need to be careful about that. Oh, I am not capable of doing this. Yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, I would definitely just go Weapon Maestra and just send it, like, put the Phoenix somewhere at random. Okay, intuitively, I think going face is better. If we double trade if we double trade, then the Maestra can't die. Wait, is that it? Yeah, it was a long time ago, Susho. Wait, what happens if we... Wait, what happens if we trade the Phoenix, trade the weapon into the guy? I mean, the opponent is at 17, though. So, but the Maestra can't die. We're at 8. Wait, is that just guaranteed win, actually? On crowd? If we go Maestra weapon, trade the Phoenix into the Phoenix, trade the weapon into the 2-1. Right? Then Maestra is guaranteed to connect. Because there's only one asteroid in Maxie's deck, and there only will ever be one. Maxie has no way to play Incendious and draw a card. And then we can go Incendious Coin, Talnos Swing. If both asteroids... There is one asteroid on crowd. I think. Yeah, we've gone this through. Yeah, there is one asteroid in Maxi and there is one asteroid in Incurros. Can we show the Maxi hand? Yeah, I mean, sure. It's not really relevant. I mean, these are the cards that are in Maxi's deck. There is also a Shadow Step. There... Yeah, and there's a Shadow Step asteroid, weapon, and something else in Maxi's deck. I don't remember. Alright. It took us, what, like 20 minutes to solve this? But yeah, I think that's just right. You trade Phoenix, you trade the 2-1 with the weapon. Or you play Maestra, you trade the 2-1 with the weapon. The Maestra is guaranteed to connect. It's so unintuitive because... Like, I don't... Like, you don't ever think that you can play a minion and it's gonna be guaranteed to connect, right? Was that line hard to spot during the game? Given that it took us like 20 minutes, with like a couple of the best Hearthstone players thinking about it all really hard, then yeah, I think this is a really hard line to spot. Yeah, it's instinctively like such low damage because like the line relies on Maestra to connect. And in order to do this line, you have to be 100% sure that the Maestra will connect because if it for some reason doesn't, you automatically lose. Yeah, and okay, that's a crazy line. All right, yeah. Well, he does the Incendius, which is kind of like the instinctively, I think, the correct thing. And he trades because he thinks he's dead sometimes, and yeah, this does not work out for him. Uh, Even here he can play Platy, where wait, you're talking about Maxie, right? Incurro? No, I if you play Platy here, like if you coin out Platy, you never kill him. What board? I have 6 power on board Lauren though. Don't you literally die to fatigue? Like this is what 6. They're at 14 if we go face. And then we connect for 6. And then we do 5. So they're at 3. Yeah, like if Maxi doesn't fatigue, then like you don't actually even have lethal in the true turn. Yeah, like you. I think if you coin Pladi, you just lose to Maxi's Incendius. Because you're 1 off. Yeah, it's not a bad line. Oh, I guess there is an asteroid. Wait, there's an asteroid, so maybe it's not bad at all. Right, there is an asteroid. Yeah, this was like a line that I was thinking about. There is an asteroid in Maxi's deck, and if it kills any minion, uh, it's not good. I don't think this always loses. Yeah, but we did find like 100% winning line for Incurro. Reborn does not activate in the middle of eruptions. Yeah, I mean this is just off, unfortunately for Incurro. Yeah. All right, that's a crazy thing. All right. Yeah, what a way to end yesterday.